Hello, James the Merchant here. I'm making this video to give a little bit more detail about the merchandise I have for auction today. In this auction I have a lot of 22 dinosaur figures. This is a huge dinosaur lot. These figures are from the company Schleich, Papo, and Safari. 5 of these figures are from Schleich, 8 of them are from Papo, and then the other 9 are from Safari Limited. So I'm going to go over these figures one by one and give you more detail about them, but first I'll point out that they're all new with tags. You can see the Schleich tag there. And there are only 2 figures in this lot without tags. That is the Papo Allosaurus and one of these Safari Limited Velociraptors. But even though these 2 figures don't have tags, they're brand new just like the rest of them. These figures have just been displayed on my shelf. They've never been played with. I've kept them out of direct sunlight. They come from a smoke-free home, climate-controlled, clean. So these figures are in perfect condition, brand new, just as if you would have bought them in a store. So let me go over these figures one by one. Here we have the Schleich Allosaurus. Great figure. This is one of the newer ones with the articulated jaw. Move the jaw up and down, and it's a really great looking figure. And you can kind of compare that to the Papo Allosaurus. Papo Allosaurus also has an articulated jaw, and you see on the Papo figures, one of the differences I noticed is that the Papo figures have very realistic looking paint applications on the skin, while the Schleich figures kind of are realistic too, but they're kind of more kid friendly. The Schleich figures are just a little bit more, friendly looking and personable looking. And for another example of this, we look at the Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is the Papo T-Rex, which is the brown colored version, which is new for 2012. It also has an articulated jaw, and you see how scary and just how real this one looks. And you compare it to the Schleich T-Rex, which is also the new model for 2012, and this one just looks a little more friendly than the Papo T-Rex. There's just something about it. Maybe it's the bright colors. It's just a little bit more kid friendly. I also have the baby T-Rex made by Safari to go with the mother T-Rex. And here's a Triceratops made by Safari Limited. And Safari, they've really been up in their game. I mean, they basically have elevated their company to the level of Schleich or Papo. One of the things I like about all these high quality figure companies is that they have very good safety standards, in regards to phthalates and lead and keeping that stuff out of their toys. And one thing I notice about these figures is they don't have that toxic plastic smell. A lot of times when you buy a cheap action figure or a cheap toy or something, the plastic will smell terrible and it'll have a toxic smell. But these toys, they don't have that toxic smell. They're very good with their safety. They're making these toys for younger children, and I think they have a little bit higher of a safety standard because of that. So let's keep going here. Here are the Spinosaurus. This is another Schleich and Papo figure. Here is the Schleich figure of the Spinosaurus. A classic dinosaur. I think we all remember the Spinosaurus from when we were kids, but when I was a kid, they never had Spinosaurus figures as cool as this. That's the Schleich one, and here is the Papo one. Very realistic looking, really a huge figure, probably the biggest figure in the lot. Is this Spinosaurus figure from Papo. And let's see, moving on here, we have a Dilophosaurus, I think one of the newer Papo. Well, actually it says from 2008. Cool looking dinosaur there. Here we have the Vegaceratops, which is a new figure for 2012. This is a recently discovered dinosaur. It's kind of like a Triceratops, it's a bit different. Really neat looking.
Here we have an oviraptor, or the egg thief. You see it's got an egg in its hand.
if I can get this cheap camera to focus. Let's see. Well, I mean, you can look at the pictures I have up. The pictures are much more high quality and show the detail better. But there's the Oviraptor, probably one of my favorite figures of the lot. Here is a Ceratosaurus from Safari. And again, you see kind of how Safari has been increasing in quality over the years in terms of sculpts and paint applications. I know that Safari works with the Carnegie Museum. Here's a Dracorex. And the Safari Apatosaurus. Kind of a big figure there. Now, when I was a kid, we called these Brontosaurus. Maybe a similar species. And let's see, and over here we have a Parasaurolophus. I think I got that right, but it's a herbivore dinosaur with the strange head chamber, which they use to make sounds and communicate with each other. And I have him being attacked by a whole swarm of raptors, because that's another thing. In this lot, I have 6 raptors, and these 6 represent all 3 companies. You have 2 of the raptors being from Safari Limited. That would be these. Here's the Safari Raptors. And then I have the 2 Schleich Raptors, which are these ones right here, with articulated jaws. And then we have the 2 Paporaptors, which also have articulated jaws. And again, you can kind of see that slight difference, you know, in the Safari figure. I mean, in the Schleich figure versus the Papo figure. How the Schleich one is just a little bit more cartoonish, I guess. I mean, even though it's not really cartoonish, that's really the best word I can think to describe it. It's just a little more friendly looking than the Papo Raptor. So there you go. There's the lot. Looking at it one more time. All the different dinosaurs. 2 giant T-Rex. And the thing about this lot is I get free priority shipping. And I guarantee if the winner of this auction pays within 3 days of the auction ending, I guarantee that I'll have this delivered by Christmas. Free priority shipping. I don't try and trick my buyers with unnecessarily high shipping fees. Pack everything very well. I got the bubble wrap over here that I use to wrap the figures in, protect them very well, and you know, priority mail usually delivers in 2 to 4 business days, so it's more than enough time to get this by Christmas. Retail value of this lot is over $300. It's a no reserve auction, so you know, here's your chance to get these figures at a great deal. So that's it. That's the details on the lot. If you have any more questions, just you know, PM me, and I will get back to you within 24 hours. So good luck and happy bidding, everyone.